How y'all doing? This is Pete. We're at D.I.Y. Autoscope. We're going to do a review today, and what we're going to do a review on, I got it right here. This is a Vevor product. This is straight from Vevor. You can see that. I haven't opened the box yet. And what's inside this, it's called an endoscope camera. Now this is a model 451P, okay? And it has a DC 5 volt 1 amp. I'm just kind of randomly reading. I'm not a professional, what can you say, review guy on YouTube. I buy stuff, I do the reviews. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I tell you it's a piece of shit, and that's how it is. So if you see me reading stuff on this, that means that I did not open this box and study and research everything, but that I'm using it for the first time, just like if you were using it for the first time. So it's called an endoscope camera. It's the model 451P. It tells the dimensions on this, blah, 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 blah. And let's just go ahead and get this thing open and see what we got. Endoscope camera, Vevor, right there. That's one of my favorite tool places in the world. I used to like Northern Tool, but I'm going to tell you, this online Vevor, you can't beat them. One more thing about this, I ordered this thing and it got here within 48 hours. Fastest shipping I've ever seen in my life. Alright, so what we got here, we got a nice brown box. Feels very light. It's not heavy. I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up. So we're just going to score through it. And then what we'll do is we will open it up and see what we got. So as we pull it out of the case here, you can see the first thing that happens is we have instructions, people. We don't have a piece of paper that says, go to this website and read about it. We have this right here. And what that is, that's going to tell us everything about this camera. Now, I've already been online, so I'm just going to kind of flip through this. And the first thing that we come to is the hand digital endoscope. Digital. It actually, you can do videos with this. You can do videos, you can take pictures with it. High definition, it's got LED lights. And it does come with a TIFF card. Wow. So this actually comes with a memory card already in it. You don't even need to buy that. The next page we open, it's going to tell you what every little single button is for. So we do get an instruction book, and it is a very high quality instruction book. I'll go ahead and say that. We're going to go ahead and take our endoscope monitor out, and look what we got. Look how beautiful that is. It fits in our hand perfect, and this is about how big it is. You can see my hand right there. Look what's on the back of this. It's got a little flip out stand. You got a stand that can flip out so we can set it down just like that. Okay, here's our camera. And besides the camera, we actually have another thing in here. Let's see what this is. Okay, this is our charging cable. And another reason I got this, that's a 13-foot cable. This comes with 13, I believe it's 13 feet. So let me do this. Let me go ahead and figure out how to charge this up. I'm going to go ahead and familiarize myself with the directions. I don't want to go blindsided with this and tell you the wrong thing. Let me go ahead and find out how you, here it is right here. So on the end, there it is. And if you look right here, I can already see it before we go any further. There's a little card in here. It's a reader card. So it does have a mini reader card already installed in it. And then this is where we would plug our USB cord in to charge it. Okay, inside this little capsule here, there's also a hole right there where you would take a needle or a pin. You would poke that, and then it would bring it all back to factory settings. So let me get this charged up, and then when I come back, we're going to go over everything and see how it works. Okay, our unit's been charging for approximately, I would say 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. And it seems like it charged up very quickly. It was in the red, and it automatically went into a green. So there's a little light right here that will tell you that if it needs charged, it will turn red. All right, so we know that it comes with a charging cable. That's really nice. I like that. I think anything that you buy that has an internal battery, you should get a free charging cable with it. So that is actually a plus. I did go over the handbook. We're going to go over that in a minute. I do want to show you this. Inside this little container, it has several items in here, and I want to go over that. There's actually 3 items. But what we got here, we got a lens cover that goes on it, and it is a clear lens cover. All right, so here's the lens cover right here. Let me show you that. Okay, and that is a lens cover, like I guess if you're going down into a sewer pipe or you're going somewhere you don't want to go, you want to take your camera and you want to put that lens cover on top of it. And one more thing about this lens cover that I just noticed, it actually screws on here. It doesn't slide on. It actually screws on just like a regular camera lens. Wow, that's really something. Another thing that it comes with is a magnet. I don't know what you would use that for. If anybody has any, wants to throw anything out and tell me what you would use this magnet for, I would appreciate it. And another thing that it comes with, one more, is it comes with this hook. Now I did notice that these actually screw on. These do not slide on there. So if you wanted to use either the magnet, this is the magnet right here, if you wanted to use the magnet or you wanted to use the hook, you need to remove your lens cover and then screw those onto here. But we're going to go ahead and leave the lens cover on for now. I think that's actually a pretty cool idea. And then we'll take these 2 pieces and we'll put them back in here for further use if we ever need them. So what we got the power button on the top. The next one is going to be for our light. And when I say that light, I'm going to show you that in a minute. I believe this actually has 2 lights on it because there is a side camera on this unit. So that little white dot that you see is actually an LED light. And then if you look right there on the camera itself on the end, you can see that there is LED lights around it. This actually has 2 side cameras. There's one on each side. So there's a camera right and left, and then you got center. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and keep going. So this is our light. This is turning the light on. This one right here, the 3rd switch down, that's a camera if you want to take a picture, or you can actually record a movie with this. We're going to record a movie and we're going to see how it works. Bottom down here, these 2 toggle switches, that's going to be to toggle switch from your side view cameras or your front view camera. Once again, that's the front view camera, and then you got a side camera here, and you got another side camera here. This button right here, what it's going to do, it's going to return you to home, which is going to be your front view camera in the view that it's supposed to be. If you look right here on the top of the camera itself, on the top of the monitor, you can see there's a square hole, and there's also a slide button that slides back and forth. Do you see that right there? Look at that. And that's where your camera is going to hook up. You're going to take your camera and it only goes in one way. It only goes in one way. Let's see if we can get that in there. And then it will lock in place. It locks it. That's what this is. This is the lock release button. And then now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and turn our unit on. So we're going to push this in just like that and hold it for a second. And yes, you just saw it come on. Now, we're already looking at something over here with the camera. And I also see that you can see the light is on. Let's go ahead. This middle button right here controls the light. So let's go ahead and see what it does when I push it in. Okay, so it just turned the light off. I think it said it had 3 stages of light. So we got 1, which is nothing. Okay, there's our first light right there. There's our second light. And then that's our 3rd light. So you can see how bright that thing is. I mean, we're really brightening it out. We're really getting it out. We're going to go ahead and turn that off and just put it on the first one. And then this button right here, this is for record. So if I wanted to record you, I would push that button in and hold it. And you just saw the camera. You just saw it right here. And now we are actually recording my camera filming this camera. So I am filming you right now, as you can see this. Videotaping it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it by pushing this button in. And now I am back to regular. Now another thing, if you want to take pictures, you push this button, you do a rapid push on the camera button, and it just took a picture. Watch real close. I'm going to take another one, and it just took a picture again. So I just took 2 pictures of me holding this camera. On the bottom levers down here, what we got, these are going to control our camera itself. Now watch what happens. You can see that. Can you see the monitor right here? Okay, you're looking at the monitor. So watch what happens to the monitor as we're going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Watch what happens to the monitor when I push this button. So now we're upside down. The camera is literally looking at the ceiling. So I'm going to push it again, and it turns the camera back around. The bottom button, I believe, is going to control our side cameras. And what we did, we just turned on one of our side cameras, which is this camera right here. And I am now looking at you. And if I wanted to, there I am right there. I'm looking at myself. And then if we want to, we can go back to the light. And you can see that it adjusts the light as well. Okay, so we got the light off. Now the light is on. 1, 2, 3. And that's that side camera. And now it's off. We're going to turn it on. And then I'm going to push the camera again. And now this side came on. This is a 3-way camera, people. If I push it one more time, now we are back to the center camera. Okay, so anyway, this is how you access it. You kind of get the idea. What I want to do is I got a car over here that's got serious clutch problems, and I want to go ahead and put the camera inside the bell housing of the vehicle and see if I can see anything in there that might be messed up or not working properly before I literally have to pull the engine and the transmission. Let's do the car first, then I guess let's go in the bathroom and check some stuff out in there. Okay, I hope you like that situation. We're going to have to go ahead and pull the motor and tranny out of that car. I can see that there's no way out of that. But I thought we'd come in the bathroom here just real quick like. And maybe what we can do is I was thinking about going down the toilet with this thing, but I don't know if that's actually a good idea. I'm hoping that this thing is waterproof. I really, really am. And so we're going to go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so our endoscope is on. And then we're going to go ahead and get the camera the right way around how we want it. Alright, so the camera is now right side up. And let's see what camera. I think we got the side camera on. We don't want the side camera. Okay, there's the camera that we want. Okay, so we actually have, and I believe that this is waterproof. We're going to find out right now. If it's not, we just busted our camera. I will say one thing about this. You can see that it is a very flexible, it stays. Look how, I mean, it bends and stays. So if you're like going in somewhere and you need to have that camera just right, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the record button. We're going to go ahead and record this. So I'm going to hold it down. I am now recording. Okay, you can see that right there. And we are going to go into the toilet. I am actually going to go in the toilet, and here we go. And I am in my toilet. Let's see what's going on. And I am now going in the toilet. And this is clean water, people. I don't know how far we can go, but I am in the toilet, okay? You can see I'm in the toilet, and yes, the camera is waterproof. So let's go over here to the sink, And we're going to go ahead and wash that off. I don't want to touch that with my hands. And you can see right there, there's the water. Look at that. Okay. And then I'll wipe that off. I'm wiping it off right now. And then what we're going to do is we are going to go down into, do you see what I'm doing here? Let me show you. Let me turn the water off. Okay, the water's off. Let me dry the camera off. We're still filming, people. You are watching what I'm watching here. And we're going to go down into this. And looky there. Okay, so I am going to go down into my sewage. And you can see, look at that. I'm down in there looking. And you can see the J-pipe right there. And it's holding water like it should. So that really actually works pretty good. I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean our waterproof camera off. That was kind of testy. If that grossed you out, I'm sorry. But I'm trying to do a review on this thing to show you what kind of action's going on. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go in my office, and I have a bunch of antique clocks. Sometimes them clocks can be a real nightmare to work on, and instead of taking them apart, maybe I can take this to look inside them to see what's going on. All right, we're actually in my office here, and what we're looking at an old antique clock. This is probably 100 years old or more. It's a vintage clock. It's a marble clock. This is called a mantle clock, and what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get this thing balanced so it will tick-tock for me and actually work. But before I actually dismantle it and take it apart, I would like to actually see what's going on inside there and why this might not be working. Now you can see I got my screwdriver here, and I've been working on this and working on it not with good luck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my endoscope right here, my Vevor Endoscope, and what I'm going to do is I am going to actually go ahead and look inside our camera and see what's going on with it. So let's go ahead and go inside the clock and see what the angle is on this thing and if we can see anything inside there. So I am now recording what I am looking at, and I am going to go inside the clock. I am inside the clock here, and it looks and appears that I might have to use one of my side cameras. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the button to go ahead and record with the side camera. Let's see if that's the camera I need. Okay, that's the bottom. That's looking at the bottom. Let's go ahead and look at the top. And there is our clockworks. We are now looking at our clockworks and seeing what might possibly be wrong. And if you look at it correctly, if you're looking at what I'm looking at, this clock is in excellent shape. Look at this. So more than likely I'll have to take that apart too to fix it. But that just gives you a little example of the ability and the, what can I say, the word I'm using. You know what I'm looking for here. It gives you the options, and let me turn that off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Hold it in. Okay, power off right there. So you can see that the Vevor, for the price that I paid for this thing, I'm going to tell you right now, this thing is well worth the money. I actually bought this for the Camaro that I'm working on, and we found out that the Camaro needs to have the transmission pulled out. So if you're looking for a borescope or an endoscope, I'm going to tell you right now, check out Vevor, check it out. I'm happy with this. The price I paid for it was very reasonable and well worth the money. You saw what it does. I showed you myself. I went places that you probably won't go, and guess what? It all worked out. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, saying Vevor is a place to check out, not just for this item, but for many other items that you might be interested in. Get online, check them out, and see if there's anything that they can do for you. And if you can't find the link on Google, go down in the description of this video, and you'll also get a bonus also get a bonus on that, and what the bonus is going to be is a discount code. Tell them my friend Pete sent you, and you're going to get a big discount on this. Did I get a discount? No, I didn't get a discount. Alright? But I asked them to give you one. I asked them to do that, just for you. So, let me let you go. I got stuff to do. I got motors and transmissions to pull out. I got clocks to fix. And I got sewage pipes that are working just great.